We continue to fall as we go into the upcoming weekend, and if you get your Saturday plans set, very cold, windy weather will be anticipated. A couple flurries, little if any accumulation, but we may not even reach 30 degrees for the daytime high, and you factor in the winds, I could promise you it's going to feel much colder through the afternoon. More of a wintry feeling weekend. Still going to be chilly Sunday, upper 30s, but that is going to be a trend toward what will be some considerably warmer weather in the days ahead. If you look downtown Toledo, a few rays of sunshine, but look at this, the camera is shaking literally in the wind right now, which is gusting to about 35 miles per hour. We're going to continue to drop tonight back into the lower 30s, and eventually by tomorrow morning we get another push of colder air right around daybreak. May spark a few flurries or a couple snow showers, but it drops us into the low 20s as we go into daybreak Saturday. The wind chill will likely be into the teens. There's the skies starting to clear just a little bit west of Toledo. Rain showers we had early this morning have now exited off to the east, and I do expect we're going to have mainly dry weather this evening with a few flurries or light snow showers that will be possible overnight tonight. Little if any accumulation, and winds will still stay gusty tonight as we continue to plunge back toward colder conditions. Winds gusting currently 25, 30, even up to 35 miles per hour on a very brisk feeling evening. Upper 30s is where we are right now, and if you're still going to be headed out celebrating our St. Patrick's Day, of course, bundle up and do so safely as you head out into a cold evening tonight. Now, with the lack of snowfall that we've seen so far this season, now made it through the midpoint in March, we currently stand right now as the third least snowiest season on record. And outside of a couple snow showers or flurries tomorrow, little if any accumulation, we don't see that changing anytime soon. We can tell you your weekend forecast is going to have the cold weather locked in. Let's bring in meteorologist John Birchfield. John, it's going to be more like a late January, early February feel to the weekend, but it's not going to last long, is it?
Yeah, Chris, tomorrow's going to be a bit of a rude awakening, but there are brighter and milder days on the horizon. We'll talk some spring weather into next week, but grab the winter coat. A very cold Saturday on tap. That wind is going to be bitterly cold. We've got the west-northwest breeze that'll make it feel more like it is in the 20s. Hour by hour forecast, those temperatures continue to sink this evening. You'll want to bundle up if you're headed out for St. Patty's Day dinner plans as temperatures drop overnight. Heading towards your Saturday morning, 20s on the board with some teens north and west of the metro, and we don't really do much to the temperatures in the afternoon. Highs struggling to even hit 30 degrees, but the wind chill factor is going to be colder than the mercury might suggest due to that gusty breeze. All right, a bit of optimistic news for you. We are now just 3 days away from the official start of the spring season. That happens Monday, March 20th, and our average high temperature for the first day of spring is going to be 50 degrees. So things are looking up as far as seeing some more common warm weather. Next week, we do surge back to the 50s, a much milder setting as sunny and milder conditions return. The weather next week looking good. This weekend, not so much, Chris. It is going to be a cold Saturday, but there's a lot to look forward to in that 10-day forecast.
And, John, as far as accumulating snow would go on Saturday, it's little if any. So with the outlook into next week, as you're showing right there as well, 50s, we could be very close to the end of our snowfall for the season.
Yeah, seems that way. And even those late season snows, they don't really last long. It's already all melted from earlier this week, and hopefully no more snow for the rest of the year.
John, I think many of us are definitely ready to move on to the spring season. Appreciate updates from meteorologist John Birchfield. And here it is, that weekend forecast shows the cold conditions, a couple flurries, again, little if any accumulation, upper 20s. It's going to feel a whole lot like a winter day, but it is going to be short-lived. Upper 30s return by Sunday, back close to 50 for that first day of spring on Monday. And look at this, a brilliant sunny day expected Monday. Tuesday, lower 50s. The concern next week will be a couple days that may be impacted by a lake breeze. Very difficult this far out to determine the exact details. We could have temperatures, though, that are all over the place, from the 40s across parts of our lakeshore areas to the 50s or even 60s at a few spots. Wednesday, 48 is what we're going to go with. Better impact of the lake breeze, possible Wednesday and into early Thursday. Thursday, some showers late in the day. We'll continue to see some shower threats that will continue into late next week. We're talking Friday, upper 50s to near 60 degrees. And then I do expect we're going to be looking at rain showers that will be possible, not snow showers, and it will dry out as we go toward next weekend. Upper 40s going to be expected into Saturday and Sunday.
Mud Hens opening day is the Friday after your 10-day ends. How's that look? Can you even see how?
Can't see that far out, and weather models this time of the year are very unreliable within the seasonal changes that far out. But the overall trend is it does look like we're headed toward warmer than average weather late March and into early April. We expected we would get a couple weeks of cooler weather in March. We've delivered on that, but now it's time to turn the page on it.
Nothing like sitting on the center field stands on opening day doing an hour and a half of live news when the wind is blowing off the lake.
We've had it all.
We've had
all kinds of weather.
Hey, we've had 70s and sunshine before too, which it can deliver on that, and we're going to have fingers crossed that that's what's going to do for that home opener on the final day of March.
March 31st, brushing here quickly.